environment or in ordinary way of thinking, the more the commitments, more disciplines we have, it seems like restricting, our freedom, restricting from openness or freedom, etc. But in relation to Dharma practice, someone who aspiring enlightenment, liberation, or even meaningful life, even for this lifetime, you want to have a less troubled life, more secure, protected life, fulfilling life. Then the more the precept you take, more the vow you take, more the Dharma commitment you take, more the time you occupied your body, speech, and mind around the Dharma, you enjoy the freedom, you enjoy the security, you enjoy the liberation. So therefore, before taking refuge vow, after taking refuge vow, the protection that comes in our being is almost like, in the past we are always staying among the poisonous snakes, but then after taking refuge, is very much like we are staying where there's not at all even one trace of poisonous snakes like that. One get, just an example. The benefits are in fact unfathomable by our ordinary mind, and there's not enough word to apprehend. Not only for this life, make our being more protected and more virtuous, less trouble. It also gives definite protection for immediate future life, never to be reborn. Immediate rebirth, at least that one immediate rebirth, never to be reborn within the 3 glory realms. Thank you. So then it gives us the foundation or the basis to enjoy all the higher precepts. Without refuge precept, there's no basis to enjoy the precept of 5-day vows. Later, I will explain some of the benefits of observing those different vows. All those benefits will be lost. Without the refuge, there's no basis to enjoy all the benefit of the Bodhisattva vows. Most of us familiar with how amazingly beneficial to observe the Bodhisattva's conduct, Bodhisattva's precept, and live a life according with those precepts. In just one word, we very much become equal to Bodhisattvas. Even we have not actually become Bodhisattva yet, but just because of having the precept, we become equal to the Bodhisattvas. We become a child of Buddha. We enter into the family members of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Just a few benefits to talk about it like that. Whatever meritorious thing we do, it multiplies, numberless 100 million times. In ordinary time, we do one flower offering, one single flower offering. After take the refuge vow, that one single flower offering, the merit is 100 million times greater than that. And having Bodhisattva vow, even much greater than that. If you have tantric vow, even much greater and greater than that, you see. So then we know the tantric practices are called the sweet path. It has the practice that which can condition us to achieve enlightenment within within this very brief human lifetime, not even need to, extend, long life, not even need to, go through few circle of lifetimes. Within this very brief lifetime, whatever, the moment that you have the merit and all the meritorious condition, like such as Mondo practices, are intact, then just receive the initiation of the high Siddhi Tantra and practicing the 2 stages of tantric path. And even though the lifespan may be maybe just 1 year left, or 4 years left, or 10 years left, whatever amount is enough, whatever amount is already meritorious-wise defined that you have enough time to complete the path, But without the refuge vow, you have no basis to enjoy all those practices, you see. So, so therefore, yes, once you have the refuge vows, then you see you have a less fear. You have a sense of, you start to gain some kind of confidence about your existence, about what you do, because you live within the boundary of the precept. The karma-wise, there's no room for you to, create certain causes that which would lead you to trouble like that, So even those of the karma that we already committed in the past, the refuge precept and all the Dharma precepts will help us to purify them effectively. Those of the indefinite karmas, there are numberless indefinite karmas, which is ready to ripen fully when the conditions are met. But because of the antidote of the precept like a refuge, and remaining all the precepts, it will help to purify from the root. So we never have to experience the consequences. Those of the definite karmic imprints, it will reduce the intensity of the sufferings. It will reduce the durations of the time, even though we need to experience it, like such as aging, sickness, death, come as a package, must go through, as long as we already did the mistake of being born into this world by the force of karma and delusion. So those are packaged. But because of the Dharma precepts, Dharma practices, we will have the choice to age wisely, happily, instead of age miserably. Age with confidence. But each time you get a one gray hair, extra joy. Each time you have one extra wrinkle, like it's almost like another beautiful birthday. It's like how to say, it's like how to say, celebration. Without the precept, there's no confidence. Rather, how to say, you worry of the aging. When you see one white hair, you freak out. Nightmare. Maybe that day you cannot even sleep. I got one more white hair, one more wrinkle. And especially worse if someone happened to say, "Oh, you look much older." So I try to be mindful to say, "Oh, you look much younger than last year." But honestly speaking, definitely older than last year. No, just joking. Yeah. But anyway, many people actually looks younger than before. Somehow I don't know what happened. Yes. So it helps to gain, how to say, protection in that sense. You will have say wisdom to see meaning even in those samsaric circumstances, samsaric experiences. We will have the wisdom and the confidence. Even death comes in your way, you can pass away. You can go through the process of death with so much of joy, those of the good practitioner means those who observe purest precept when they are passing away. It's like little kid, expecting a Christmas Eve, like we in the monastery, these little monks, the New Year Eve is like, so happy because tomorrow, after 1 year waiting, we get chance to wear, maybe possible chance to wear new clothes. Maybe the teacher or the monastery, maybe letting us to wear new clothes or giving us new clothes, and we have a holiday, isn't it? No need to go to school, no need to go to puja all day. We can play, and for the little monks, that's the joyous, so it's like you're going to, you have so much confidence that you're going to get a new kind of vehicle, very, if you like to be very handsome, your choice. You can get the most handsome body. You want to be born as a female and very pretty, you can just choose to be born as a very pretty and female form. You want to born in Malaysia again, just no doubt, like that. Just an example, you see. So you will lead up to having confidence to able to choose your rebirth, and you will definitely choose a rebirth that which is most beneficial, most auspicious, like how these great masters, would do, because of their pure precept of the Dharma, at least you go through the process without suffering with the regret. There are so many people dying with so much of suffering of regret, so much suffering of grasping, unable to let go of certain matters in the life. Some die, some pass away with so much anger, so much attachment. You see, so these precepts, being mindful in the precepts, having more precepts will give us all these kind of benefits. You see, so these are just a little idea. You can learn from any Buddhist teaching. You open it, you will see so much of benefit that has on in Dharma practice like that. Okay, yeah.
那些听众讲到这个受皈学术之后的功能和好处，和受皈前后的这个差别。首先呢，当我们身口意用在佛法上，越用在佛法上呢，可以获得更多的自己安静的解脱。也是让我们的身体与心常常与佛法相应，我们会感到更加安全，更加解脱。其实受皈依之后和受皈依之前呢，我们能够做到的后呢，它的差别是非常大的。这个上师曾经决定说啊，在我们受皈依之前呢，我们就好像住在一个充满毒蛇的地方，随时都会有可能有危险被蛇咬到。受皈依之后呢，就好像来到一个清净的、没有毒蛇的地方，这是方便比喻。而真正过这个皈依的意义呢，远远超过我们想象。而且皈依它的这个功能呢，它不仅仅能够保护你今生，也保护你下一生。皈依呢，可以让我们远离这个烦恼，更具信心，并且呢，至少在下一世，马上的在下一世，一定不会堕入三恶道、地狱或者畜生道。所以呢，在临终时候，我们会得到这个佛法身上的保障。而且呢，皈依戒律是一切更高戒律的基础，没有戒就没有办法真正受持在家五戒、菩萨戒或是入正戒。所以皈依呢是跟没有跟呢，没有一个戒，没有任何的戒都立不住脚的。那么其后呢，受皈依戒之后呢，我们就如同进入一个佛菩萨的家族。在这个家族里呢，我们 虽然我们还不是这个圣者级别的以上，但是呢，我们已经正式的进入了佛菩萨家族，成为佛子。佛子的意思呢，就是进入佛菩萨家族的意思，这是非常珍贵的身份。那么还有一个就是，接受皈依戒之后呢，我们所行持的功德呢，会百万亿倍的增长。平常我们供养一朵花呢，能得到1份的功德，而受了皈依戒之后啊，这个供养一朵花呢，相等于供养能获得上百千上亿倍的这个功德。所以持皈依戒、持戒的善根呢，具有不可思议的增长力。这就是多谢等等都是皈依这个所带给的这些不可思议的。那么当然皈依呢，也是让我们去修行立法的这个桥梁和大门。那么在这个佛陀说呢，在这个末法期代，这个末法的这个时期，修持立法能够让我们在一生成佛。密制的修法呢，就是具备让行者们在今生这一世，或者甚至在短短数年内得到佛果的可能。而这个条件，先决条件呢，就是你要有具足善根前提家庭圆满，并且得到这个金刚智灌顶，如此的无法修行身行圆满之力。这样呢，哪怕我们的生命只有1年、4年、10年，只要我们这个福报成熟，能够继续进入密正修持力，我们就能够具备了寄生成佛的条件。但是没有皈依，就无法进入密法之门。所以皈依戒呢是有丝可以是就像一个钥匙，打开这个修行的这个真正的一生成佛修行的这个大门，是一切修法的基础。还有呢，就是接受这个皈依戒之后呢，我们能够自由的身心安住。我们心中的恐惧会减少，我们的信心会增加，我们的心呢会更加踏实，更有方向，更有信心，更少的恐惧。因为呢，我们生活在戒的保护区域，因此呢，也不会轻易造作新恶业。在下呢，皈依和戒律能够净化无数次过去的恶业。我们在无数的过去里造下种种的业，业其实有2种，一种是不定业，一种叫定业。这个不定业呢，可大可小，它的程度呢可早可晚。而这个皈依戒以及其他戒律呢，能把这些不定业从根拔起，让它永远不会成熟。那么，如果是定业呢，那就是必定能会成熟的业，你是没有办法取消的。但是我们经过这个戒律的功能呢，我们能够降低这个它业果的痛苦的强度，可以缩短这个痛苦的时间。比如生老病死带着身体来面对的就会很多借着这个皈依戒呢，我们可以有些时候可以智慧的老去，快乐的老化，不再恐惧的变老。像一般我们看到一根白头发呢，一到皱纹呢，我们都是紧张的不得了。而一个修行人呢，看到一个白头发呢，他会确实说：“哎呀，我有增长的一个修行的成长。”这个所以也就是说，没有戒律呢，我们心里会恐怖；而有戒律会更加安稳。这个会更加安稳。持戒的人呢，我们会得到智慧的保护，并且呢，能会有一种力量呢，去阻止我们去造更多的恶业。那么，并且呢，包括戒有皈依戒的加持，包括死亡，我们也可以用喜悦，用一种坦然去面对死。对于持戒清净的修行人来说，死亡并不可怕，反而好像一场期待 已久的节日像这个小孩子过圣诞节小沙弥，我们在尼泊尔的小沙弥都非常看重过新年过新年可以穿到新的衣服不用上课，还可以一直去法会，可以玩一天，非常纯粹的喜悦，一个持戒清净的修行，面对死的态度，就像这个小孩，就像这个小沙弥，非常轻松，非常临终时候的心就是轻松欢喜的，而且有修行的人呢，他们可以自在的选择下一辈子借由实践修行累积福德。临终时候你要会知道，你可以这个自在的去选择下一辈子要什么样子，下一辈子变得更漂亮呢，还是更庄严？要身为男的还是女的？甚至呢，再想投生回来马来西亚也没有问题。所以呢，你会自由选择一个更好的一个投生。这个换呢，这个死亡就像换一件衣服一样，把这个身体从这一辈子带到下一辈子。那么这种功能哪里来的呢？完全就是由这个归这个力量来的。
Okay. So the object of refuge, the Buddha Dharma Sangha, briefly, what defined the Buddha? Who is the Buddha? Buddha is the one that endowed or adorned with the four kayas, four enlightened bodies, and the five wisdom. In a very brief knowledge of the what Buddha is, who Buddha is very much to learn from having the four kayas and the five wisdoms. Oh, not a roti kaya, okay? Not a roti kaya, the other kind of kaya.
那么怎么样这个是什么是佛？佛呢，其实它是这个这个有我们叫做四身，四种身体四身，五智四身。这个四身呢，不是你这个我们吃的这个裸体的，不是这个四个裸体是这个开眼的，就是四身。
Malaysia's delight. Roti kaya is, I like roti kaya very much actually. The roti kaya, as delicious as Buddha's actually. Very nice one. Yeah. So, I cannot joke about Buddha, but yeah, I think quite a number of people start to fall asleep. So for that purpose, okay. So I think Buddha will forgive me. Okay. Yeah, so the four kayas, the first one is Sabhavika kaya, which is the natural, a phenomenal reality devoid of any obscuration, which is we also call as a natural body, or the natural bodies of the Buddha.
这个四身的第一个呢，讲的是佛的这个法身，法身是佛的这个和一切现象相互相应，远离一切障碍无碍的这个法身。
Yeah. Then the second one is Dharmakaya, which is the unceasing aspect of wisdom, the fully awakened, unceasing aspect of wisdom is called the Dharmakaya bodies of the Buddha.
刚才这个翻译很错了，这个第一身呢是佛的这个自然体系身，就是这个它这个 与法界真如身，法界真如身。那么第二身呢，才是法的这个法身、智慧法身，或是受用报身这个法身，所以它这个自然身呢，它是与佛一切现象、法界真如完全相应的一些障碍，毫无阻隔的觉悟之身，这是第一身叫做真如身。第二身呢是智慧法身。
Then third one is called the Sambhogakaya, which is the self-appearing Rupakaya, adorned with the major and minor marks, 18 and 60, 62 major and minor marks.
第三身呢是佛的这个报应身、报身。
Then the fourth one is the Nirmanakaya, which appears in the ordinary human, human body, in order to tame the very much most untamed, ripened, ripened but most untamed, the liberation seekers like us.
第二种这个佛的报身呢，它是这个具备的这个32项80种随行好，32项好的这个报身自受有身，是佛以智慧功德所见的庄严色身。那么在下呢是这个化身，也是应化身四身之身化身。佛陀呢会以人类的身体视线呢，像我们这种来调伏我们这种顽强难调伏迷惑，需要这个接受教导的这个痛苦的人们呢，他是以设备人身的佛呢来教化身佛，像释迦牟尼佛，他是以人类的相貌、身体、行为来引导众生，来度这个最难化的众生，像我们一样的这样，暂时愿意学佛的这样的众生。
So these four bodies or the four kayas, defining the ultimate benefits of self and ultimate benefits of all the rest of the other sentient beings. So first two bodies, Sabhavika Kaya, Dharma Kayas are the body that you achieve perfecting or completing entire benefit for individual, the self-benefit. There's no greater quality and benefit to be achieved than these two bodies. Later two bodies, like Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, these two are the greatest manifestation of the Buddha to reach out to the benefit of sentient being. There's no greater manifestation than these two bodies. There's no greater effective bringing benefit to the sentient being other than these two bodies.
那么前两个身，自力圆满成就佛自身一切功能法身和报身呢，法性身、作用身呢，这两身代表了佛陀究竟自力的成就，它代表了智慧完全觉醒的智慧，完全断除了一切的障碍，这个毫无缺痕的佛果位。所以呢，没有比法身呢更高的自力的成就，是自力的成就。那么后面两身呢，也就是化身和示现身呢，它是为了度化众生而现的，在应同叫应化身。这两身呢，是佛陀为了利益众生而实现。往往人身的形象出现，就知道佛以各种适合众生的形象出现，并且呢，能够以最接近众生的方式呢，来教化众生。所以呢，没有比化身和示现身更伟大的利他的行为。佛陀为了调伏不同根器、不同性情的众生呢，示现了无数的身体， 相应种种的方式呢，使每一类的众生呢都有机会得度。
The first two bodies are the direct result of wisdom of emptiness. Wisdom of emptiness develop understanding the ultimate truth.
第二是它是由这个智慧之物空性而实现，特别呢是以这个空性智慧洞察一切有为而实现。
Later two bodies are the direct result of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta develop understanding of the conventional truth.
而后两支呢是以菩提心它的化现，也就是以世俗对这个对世俗的这个智慧呢去了解，去洞察一切的有为法。
So, in order to accomplish one's own ultimate benefit, achieving the earlier two bodies, and also to achieve the ultimate benefit of the rest of the numberless sentient beings' well-being, then we need to develop two bodhicitta. The conventional bodhicitta, which develop on the basis of compassion. Then ultimate bodhicitta, wisdom of emptiness on the basis of wisdom of no self, or wisdom of interdependent existence. And with attitude of bodhicitta, able to develop by understanding the reality of the world, reality of the both world, the celestial world as well as samsaric world. By learning the reality of samsaric world, you actualize renunciation. By learning the celestial world, you gain inspiration. The purpose, you find the purpose. So then, in order to realize the emptiness of phenomena, first you need to realize emptiness of self. In order to realize the emptiness of self, first you need to delete, you need to understand the false mind, like such as dualistic mind. You need to understand all the negations, which are the false view, like such as permanent grasping, inherent grasping, true existence, dualistic existence, independent existence. By understanding the flow of all these negations, then what you actualize is the wisdom, directly contradicting to that, the wisdom of no self, or wisdom of interdependent existence, wisdom of emptiness. Then that will directly result the wisdom body. So it's understood like that. True truth is to be studied. You see, so true truth is to be studied. True path is to be cultivated, and true bodies is to be achieved. So true truth, conventional truth, ultimate truth, you need to study. You need to study all the relative existence as well as ultimate existence. Then you need to cultivate bodhicitta and emptiness. Then you will achieve the wisdom aspect of the body and the method aspect of the body. So like that.
圆满自利和利他的修行两种菩提心呢，与两种空性的智慧呢，当行者能够成就前两生法身和报身圆满自利究竟之后呢，就要进一步的成就利他，也就是利他利益无量众生。那么就必须升起两种菩提心。菩提心我们可以分为两种，一个叫做世俗菩提心。胜利的前行，建立在大悲之上， 它是以大悲无量为根本，发愿为了一切众生而成佛的世俗菩提心。而胜义菩提心呢，是究竟的菩提心，它是建立在空性了悟空性的智慧之上，特别透过无我缘起性空的智慧，实证一切法都是离自性、离独立存在这种二元的这种智慧，去了解所谓胜利心。那么从了解现实到升起出离心，到发起这种念心呢，透过认识轮回世界的实相，我们升起出离心。那么通过亲近了解解脱的功德呢，我们得到启发，去升起这个出离的这个修行的这个发心。所以这一切呢，必须从实证人无我开始，了欲知道说证得这个我的空。那么要证实我的这个空呢，人无我呢，首先呢，必须要去这个突破各种虚妄心识，像这个二元对立的分别心，你和我对与错我执我爱，认为呢，特别是这个认为一切事物是固定的、永恒的、实有的，并且是不变的，或是独立存在的这种对事物的错误的见解，这根本认知要能够认识到这些执着呢，都是妄念，都是呢，借以突破这样的妄念呢，去成立跟这个妄念恰恰相反的这个智慧，也就是缘起的智慧、无我的智慧和空性的智慧。那么，借以去证实这样空性的智慧，来最终成就法身智慧身所以这叫做法身呢，就是究竟正悟的一个标志，这样的一个标志。所以要成佛的智慧方面呢，必须呢要去正确理解佛法中所说的二谛世俗谛，一切缘起相对的存在；胜义谛，一切法它是究竟的空性。那么行者我们需要去学习观察思维这种相对存在缘起性空的道理，修这个二次理心菩提心空性慧，借由这个在深刻理解二谛之后呢，我们再依次的学习菩提心、空性智慧。那么这样呢，我们就成就了这个成佛的二大资粮：智慧方便二大资粮。我们成就即圆满智慧身以及方便身。所以呢，也就是说，智慧的因缘呢，是因为空性而生；悲心呢，是以众生的苦而生。具足智慧和悲心呢，也就成就佛陀圆满的功德。
Okay, so what are the true knowledge that we must study if we want to become Buddha? What are the true knowledge? What are the true things that we have to study? True thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quickly. True truth. Conventional truth and ultimate truth. These two need to study. What do you mean by conventional truth? The relative, the what do you call it? Very much talking about the relative world. When we talk about relative world, are we just talking about samsaric world? No. Entire existence is the world. And some are celestial world, some are miserable world. The miserable worlds are called samsara. Celestial worlds are called pure land or Buddha's mandala, whatever you want to say. So we need to study them. We study about our own world. You see, how we came into existence, where are we born? We know very little about it. We think we know a lot, but actually we know very little. In fact, we don't know very much at all. First place, how we came into, being born into this world. It's not just the job of father, mother, Lord. The major job is you are the one who did. Father, mother did very little thing only. You see? So the karma, we need to know about karma. So even learning about relative world is learning about karma. Karma means what? Action. You see? Karmic potential means, karmic imprint means after you perform any action through body, speech, and mind, physically like walking, whatever, kicking, whatever you want to do, whatever it is, speaking, thinking, everything, all this action leave behind, it is footprint, which is called the potential. The trace can, if it's negative action, the trace can lead to a prey. If it is positive action, the tray can bring you back home. It makes sense? Yeah. If you lost from home, of course you want to come back home, isn't it? So your footprint can trace back you. Yeah. Good karma will trace back you to the right place to be. Negative karma will lead, the footprint is not good because it will lead to the prey. So like that. So anyway, learning about karma. Karma also just didn't like just pop up in the sky or just come out from the earth, just suddenly appear without any reason. No, karma also it has its causes or delusions. So we need to learn about mind. There are 51 mental factors. 51 mental factors. Some are virtuous mind, some are negative mind, some are neutral mind. Within the virtue also, there are many stages of virtue. So we need to study about the mind. So one of the things is also Buddhism is about what? It's about study of the mind. When you study the mind, very much you will learn everything. You see. So they study about how the delusions, different kind of mind works. So how to study? How to study negative mind, how to study positive mind, how to study neutral mind, how to study? By studying their definition, their characteristic. So like virtuous mind of generosity, how to study this virtuous mind of generosity? So you need to study its definition. Like such as the definition of generosity called heart of giving, free of miserliness. I see. There's such kind of mind occurs, such kind of thought occur in you. It's a generous mind is occurring into you. So that's how you learn. So every single thought has its definitions. Love. Heart of love. How to learn heart of love? We don't know much about love. We only use the word easily, but actually we don't know exactly what means love. You see, then when you study the definition, love means wishing happiness and causing conditioning to the happiness called love. And love and compassion sounds the same, but it's different mind. It has its also definition, like definition of compassion, wishing no suffering. You see, one is wishing happiness. Another one is wishing no suffering. Even though serve the same purpose, but it has its own, special character about it. Some people easier to train the heart of love first, before, then compassion naturally develop. Some people easy to develop compassion, love later, like that. You see. So, so that's what it means learning about conventional truth. We need to learn about how human came into existence, what are the causes, what kind of karma make human being, and learning about human natural suffering, suffering of what? Birth, suffering of aging, suffering of sickness, suffering of death. We need to learn about them. Each one of them, we need to learn its definition. What means death? Have you ever thought about it? Like, what is really death? What is really aging? Just having gray hair is aging? No. Some, like 1-year-old have a very, very, very flowery hair, some very old also don't have gray hair. You see, so there's a definition for aging. You see, then there's a special definition called birth. You see, so this is what you study when you study Geshe. Then no wonder why it takes 25 years. You have to study definition, everything, and to study definition of this cup. So this cup and the cup you have, there's a common definition and separate definition, individual definition. Common definition is definition of the cup, ceramic cup. But the different specific definition on top of the common definition, the rest of the characteristics has to be presented. The colors, the shape, it is causes, it is conditions. It's different from another ceramic cup, isn't it? Like that. So then we need to learn, we need to study about animal realm. More than what in the school we study, this what you call the natural geography, the animals. That's not good enough. That's very shallow, even though we think very deep, but it's nothing compared to the Buddhist way of studying. You need to study very deep, how animal, in the first place, have the mind, but not as a human. How come? Within animal, unbelievable different types, different colors, different shades, different in different environment. Every individual has a different causes, different conditions. All these are studied. Then need to study about spirit realm, about spirits. Then needs to study about hell being, 8 hot hell, 8 cold hell. Each one of them has a different characteristic, different definitions. Then God realm, formless God, desire God, form God. And within that also, different labels, especially God realm, you study it based on the concentration, different level of concentration to define different stages. So after studying the entirety of the 6 realms, the conventional reality, one thing come to a conclusion is every this being, one thing is same, is suffering, bound by suffering. The not necessarily suffering of pain, not necessarily suffering of change, but pervasive compounded suffering, the third suffering we call samsara, all are bound by at least the third suffering. What do you mean by compounded, pervasive compounded suffering? It's simply meaning contaminated, having the contaminated aggregates, the contamination of karma and delusion, bound by the karma and delusion. That makes each of these living beings equal as suffering and samsara, you see. So after learning this clearly with logic, reasoning, and definite definition of it, what is the result out of that? What is the result? What is the purpose? We will gain genuine renunciation. Now you realize samsara is truly filthy. You see, you manage to see the real world even beyond just the skin, just the color, just the shape. So much impurity, nastiness behind that. You see, so you get to learn that. The result of that, you gain renunciation. You see, so when you gain renunciation in relation to you, it benefits you. for your liberation. When you get renunciation in relation to the rest of the sentient being, you get bodhicitta, great compassion. You see, then by learning the relative world of the celestial world, like learning about medicine Buddha, learning about Tara. Who is Tara? How Tara came into existence? You see, how Shakyamuni Buddha came into existence? What is the Tara's world? What is the Amitabha's world? You know, we, especially in the Chinese community, is a great practice of Amitabha Pure Land. But how much we really know about Amitabha Pure Land? There are much more knowledge we need to learn. And there's a great benefit. The benefit is once we learn about the qualities of the celestial world, we like it. We want to be there. And that's called inspiration. You gain inspiration to be born there, and which is a very solid causes and conditions, you know, for us to get onto the path. And from there, what is the path you develop? Bodhicitta. So learning conventional world, then bodhicitta is developed. And then from there, then it will result in Buddha's form body. So like that, you see. So similarly, learning about the, again, comparing to the relative truth and ultimate truth, relative world is superficial. Is simply a world of confusion. There's no essence, even though you find detailed definition. But when you go to search, thoroughly, there's nothing can be found inherently from its own side. It's empty from its own side. So the moment you realize this wisdom, you see one taste of entire existence. There's no different ultimate nature, even between samsara and Buddha's world. Then you will come to a point that your true nature also, you know, Buddha being, you know, wisdom being, you see. And when you able to carry on sustainable mindfulness of that discovery, then you are fully awakened. You know, you have seen the ultimate truth in all the time, in everything. And that is the wisdom body that you achieve. You know? So briefly like that.
那这里再次强调世俗谛与圣义谛必须兼取这两谛。我说的二谛世俗谛代表相对的真理，圣义谛是究竟的真理。这边的世俗谛呢，指的是一切相对存在的世界不仅是轮回世界，相对存在世界呢，不仅限于轮回，像所谓的相对，我们举例子苦难的世界，我们现在回流到清净的世界，比如说是净土的佛刹和天界，这两面都属于相对存在的范围，都是我们需要去学习认知的。那么这边呢，也应该学习我们是业力，比如说我们如何来到这个世间，这个业力才是主因。我们以为我们对人生世界很了解，其实是不然。甚至为什么我们出生在这个世界呢？我们几乎不了解。其实并非是这个父母亲创造了你，父母亲只是提供了一个助力，而真正把我们带到这个世界呢，是我们自己的业力。那什么是业？像前面讲很多，什么是业？业呢，就是身、口、意三种行为总称为业。身业这个。口业、身业走动、打人、损害；口业的意思说话、赞美、诽谤，这是口业，好的不好的。意身口意呢，我们的动机我们的慈悲心或者嫉妒心，这些都是这个意识意。所以所有的身口意行为呢，都会留下业力的这个种子习气。就像脚印一样，它是不会消失的。 那其实呢，我们要去学习业它是如何承受的，负面的治疗，它会带致痛苦障碍；正面的它的成熟的时候呢，带给我们当然是安乐相应的福报。其实，所以我们说种瓜得瓜，对不对？就你种下什么的种子，你就会结什么瓜。这个就是所以我们从学习这个业力开始呢，再去了解这个缘起。那么修行呢，我们呢继续呢要学习呢，就是心是从认识心开始。其实佛法的核心呢，就是观心、视心、调心，对不对？所有的善和不善、能为解脱，都是呢一切离心造。因此呢，我们必须学习我们这个心是如何起烦恼，它是如何起好的念头善心，那么它是如何不起叫做无记心，也就是中立，它是我们这个心的这个科学在佛法中学习心呢，作为一种科学。从那如何去学习心呢？要从它这个心的定义和它的作用开始。譬如我们怎么样来到这个有布施怎么样产生布施心的？我们产生愿意别人没有这个吝啬的念头时候呢？这就是一个布施的心在现前。所以慈和悲，它虽然相似，却是不同的两种善心。慈也就是这个爱，它是愿众生得安乐，愿他幸福的一种心；而悲呢，是愿众生能够远离痛苦。所以慈和悲它本身呢，也是有两种不同的定义。所以不同人的修心有不同的次第。有些人呢，他容易升起慈悲，他先生慈，最后才生悲；有些人呢，容易先生悲，然后呢才能生慈，也就是先生爱后生悲，或是先生悲后生爱。其实没有一个固定的模式这个佛法对心的这个学习呢，就是我们叫做心性心法。那同样呢，我们呢有没有认真思考过什么是老、生老病死？很多人以为头发白了就是老，皱纹出现就是老，其实不然的。有些孩子1岁就会有头发，有些老人呢已经年迈百年却没有白头发，所以呢，并不是一个外相，而是有严格的定义法相。生呢也有它的生的定义，比如说呢。这个我们的生在这个母孕出来的时候呢，就是生息的开始。其实呢，从母亲肚子里生出来的时候呢，它是并没有这个它是一种母孕的延续，从上一辈子出来了。所以大家各位可以这边了解，为什么学习佛法，学习我们要20多年，这些德系学佛法要学20多年、40多年。它所有的现象都是从定义开始，就像这个杯子，它有总相的定义和别相的定义你这个陶瓷，你的这个瓷杯和别人的杯子呢，它总相相同，但是各项都是不同。所以在佛法学习的世界里呢，就先懂总相，再懂别相是这样的。所以学习佛法是一个非常深远这个长久，并且这个坚信的。那么我们了解入道与世俗实相之后呢，看到什么？我们会看到一切无为皆苦。当我们去学习各个东西，一切的行为和世俗的实相之后呢，我们大家可以得到一个明确的结论：一切有情都在受。这边讲的不仅仅是头苦劳苦、坏苦，而根本所谓行苦，遍计行苦，也就是说，一切有漏的力都是苦。那么这个有力呢，因为业和烦恼所污染呢，它的本质就是苦的。也就是说，只要我们没有这个身体，就都是苦的。 为什么叫遍行苦？也就是轮回的根本本质，它就是苦。理解三苦之后呢，我们会得到什么？才会得到真正的出离心。透过逻辑的分析，看到真正轮回的本质呢，大家会知道说，轮回的它本质它是无垢的，它是无尽的，它是无常的。这个真里面呢，你看的是非常不可忍受的这种窝囊的这个面孔，你才升起真正的出离心，出离自己的苦以及众生。当你把这个出离心向外延伸，它就变成了大悲菩提心。我们会想到看到不仅我苦，所有的这有情的这个附身，所有的众生呢，都是受同样的苦。那么借由这样的理解，我们会升起大悲心，愿众生离苦，菩提心，为度众生，我愿意成佛，带领他们远离这个轮回的汪洋大海，以自己的出离心成就利益众生的大悲心。所以，我们学习这个佛陀的世界会带给什么呢？带给我们巨大的鼓舞。那了解轮回之后呢，我们会学习这个诸佛菩萨的功德相、净土的功德相。那么，因此呢，这个你会想到师傅如何去成就净土，你会去向往去这样的净土。我们在华人呢，大家都会相信阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛净土，但真正了解这个阿弥陀佛是如何成就净土的，我们并不知道。所以，我们了解这个净土的功德，自然能够发心往生净土。
So now, what are the two paths that need to cultivate, need to practice? What are the two paths? Now, the true knowledge we already know: conventional truth, ultimate truth. Yeah, we need to study them. Now, two paths we need to cultivate in our heart, in practice. So, bodhicitta, emptiness, or also called as a true altruism. Yeah, bodhicitta, emptiness. Bodhicitta is called also method aspect of heart, emptiness or wisdom aspect. By doing so, two results will achieve. Two bodies will achieve. One is wisdom body, which subdivision 2, and one is the emanation body, also subdivision 2, which we discussed the 4 kayas, isn't it? So, what are the two bodies? We call wisdom body and emanation body. Okay, so this is kind of good to have this like rough map, what to study, what to meditate, and what for, what are you going to achieve as a result. So yeah, like that. So now another quality is to describe the Buddha is the 5 wisdom. The first wisdom, the wisdom of Dharma Dhatu, which is the inherent purity of absolute space or absolute being. So this is similar to the natural body of the Buddha. The first kaya is this wisdom. One is the state, which the body is the state, and the 5 wisdoms are the function of that state of those 4 bodies, called the Dhamma Dhatu, wisdom of Dhamma Dhatu.
那这边呢，有2种我们刚刚讲的这个世俗谛2谛非常重要学习的2谛世俗谛圣谛，我把成2种学习。2种可以要了解什么是2谛世俗谛圣谛，相对的真理，究竟的真理。这 这是我们必须学习思维通达的两种智慧，有两条修行道路：菩提心、通信见。这个叫做二道。菩提心呢，也叫做方便道、方法道利他的修行利他的道路。通信智慧呢，叫做智慧道，又叫做圣意。菩提心呢，我们可以叫世俗地，而通信智慧呢，叫圣意地。合起来叫做二利他，一个是利他的愿心，一个是利他的智慧那么有两道而成就两种身，佛的两种身，一个是智慧身，也就是法身，而法身有两种分支，一个是自性身、智慧身，而色身呢，就是度化身呢，又叫做报身和化身。所以前面提到的四身呢，就是由这两种身体来这个展开的。所以呢，这样练习才能清楚修行的地图。要学习什么？学习两种真理：世俗地、圣义地。修什么？修两道：菩提心、通正见。成就什么？两身、四身、法身、报身、化身。所以呢，以上呢，可是这个完整的修行的这个地图，这样的一个地图。还有呢，就是这个法界本净啊。本然清净的真实的境界，我们叫做究竟体性。这边呢，这个究竟的体性和达玛塔法性法界，达玛塔就是说是指的是一切现象本然清净之体，它是这个超越生死、远离做作，是心的真如本性，它不会因任何烦恼而污秽。
So then the second wisdom is called the mirror-like wisdom, which is wisdom unceasing clarity aspect. So this one is referring to the second body, the wisdom body of the Buddha, or the second kaya.
那么这边呢有提到这个法界本性本来清净的，那边讲的指的是万法究竟实相如虚空无边，无生无灭，而心呢本来就远离一切烦恼的构造，那心本来的面目呢，它是清净无造作，不增也不减当然了，这个就是所谓这个法性的这个这个第一个身。那么这边第二身呢，到智慧身呢，也是两种佛身，第二法身，那是指佛陀圆满实证的实相，正悟空性的那一分的这个身相，叫第二身。这个智慧身呢，就是究竟实相法界本身的身，它是远离一切骗知所知障，圆满正能究竟空性慧的这个清净境界。
So these two wisdoms are the very much characteristic or definitions of the first two kayas, first two the wisdom body.
这个是二身的这两种智慧身的体现是两种身的智慧身的这个显现。
And this is the ultimate benefit in relation to your own achievements.
这个佛的这个二身的最究竟，也就是我们要修的最终的目标。
Then the third wisdom is called the wisdom equalizing, the equalizing wisdom, which is the absence of attachment and aversion towards near and far.
最后呢，第三种智慧呢，它是这个平等智慧、大乐平等智慧，远离爱憎，远离 称恨平等会。
Then the fourth wisdom, the wisdom of discernment, which knows object without confusion or conflicting them. So yeah, so that's the third wisdom.
这四种智慧呢，是这个分别无分别慧，它是远离一切分别、一切对峙的这个分别慧。
So very much the third and fourth in relation to the two emanation body, very much emphasizing the qualities of Buddha's omniscient heart, the method aspect of the heart, or the attitude aspect of the heart, which has no bias, and at the same time omniscient means seeing entirety without any confusion, mistake, or detail, including of the subtle karma of entire numberless existence, entire numberless sentient beings. So this is the quality only carried by Buddha. So this is the highest standard of bodhicitta. It is bodhicitta, but it is most perfected, highest quality. We call the omniscient bodhicitta.
那么，关于佛两种资粮所成之身以及智慧资粮与福德资粮所无害之呢，这边强调的佛陀全知心的功能、心的方便面与心的态度，它是无偏无执、平等无碍。所谓全知呢，也是佛陀能够圆满无误的了知一切，包括温细的业力、一切法的生灭流转、一切有情的习气和因缘。没有丝毫混乱与错误，这种佛陀的无误智和圆满智功能。
Then the fifth wisdom is called the all-accomplishing wisdom, which meaning effortlessly bringing about the welfare of others. So it is also called the Buddha's blessing, the power of blessing, bringing effortlessly bringing, all the benefit, the welfare of all sentient beings.
第五智这边呢谈到的讲到的是指的是佛陀能够很自在成就众生利益，毫不费力的承办一切众生利益的佛的加持，也是佛的自信事业。它可以不造作、不供应的自然任命而直利众生，去解脱众生的这么一个功能。
Okay, so now today we learn about Buddha, who Buddha is, what defined the Buddha, because of these four bodies, four different kind of bodies, and five different kind of wisdoms, which is so beneficial for individual yourself. It is also so beneficial for the rest of the other sentient beings. So when you know this, then it is really, it's the right object to take as our guide, our teacher, our refuge. So this is just a brief. From tomorrow onward, we will discuss more other qualities, but it's briefly to have this idea.
今天我们学到佛的这个功能呢，它的五智四身，明天呢会继续的去学习了解。这个作为我们修行的目标，作为我们皈依的功能的面数，去学习佛的他的这个佛的智慧和佛的这个。
So now Dharma, identified Dharma very much. Defined, or before going there, the Buddha, the conventional Buddha, ultimate Buddha. So the just now what we are talking about is the in relation to ultimate Buddha. So the conventional, the aspect of the Buddha, so it appears in the statues, it appears in the paintings, so whatever quality we saw in ultimate Buddha, we have, the Buddha statues, Buddha's images came into existence in our life to exercise our unpurified mind to relate the similar way, the sameness, how you would relate, how you would understand the qualities in the ultimate Buddha. So we show the similar respect, even though it can be just a stone statue. It can be even like thumbnail size of statue. It can be even one broken statue, or just represent Buddha's image, but very terrible art. But still, like labeled as this is Buddha. And for training to our mind, you really see these qualities, not distracted by the bad art, rather see all the qualities. So this is how Buddha, how the refuge help us to progress and to purify. Just an example.
那这边在说明皈依之前呢，我们是分别世俗地这个佛呢，从世俗圣义和世俗的圣义的佛和世俗的佛。我们刚才所谈的呢，是一种这圣义的佛的这个功德，究竟体系圆满智慧，不可思议功德。那在世俗上面呢，我们可以看到像说的唐卡、佛像这些造像，它是说是佛陀呢。它代表佛的究竟的这个功德呢，是极其善巧方面，帮助我们这些地狱汉子凡夫心呢，能够借这样的形象，升起对这个究竟佛功德的认知和体验。所以呢，这世俗地的这个佛呢，也是引导我们去向圣义的佛的前面。我们所看到的所有的佛像，这些圣物呢，都是世俗地的这个佛给予我们。
So Dharma, the conventional and ultimate, and also it presented in the two ways. One is scriptural learning, and one is the realization, practice and realization. So the scriptural learning, so there are three Dharma, you can call it three Tipitakas, Vinaya, Sutra, Abhidharma. Then the Dharma is the true Dharma that which, as an instruction to cultivate the practice, is the three higher trainings: higher training of concentration, higher training of morality first, and higher training of concentration, and higher training of wisdom.
那么法呢，也同样的有世俗地和圣义的法的这个分别。那么首先呢，法呢也可以分两个层次，在教法的经典方面的法呢，包括三藏、律藏、经藏、论藏。律藏呢是持戒清净的这个规范，经藏呢代表佛开示的这些道理的，论藏呢关于心法、世间法。源于修行的深层的分析的这个论藏，在行法呢，有修持层面呢，这个有戒定慧三学、三真上学、戒学、定学、慧学，所以这一切呢都是通向解脱成佛的核心的告示。
Yeah. So then, after taking refuge, try our best to study Dharma. Bring the benefit, protection through study. What kind of teachings to study? The three Tipitakas. Study Vinaya to learn about all the moral teachings, moral precepts. Then study Sutra to study about karma, to study about stages of the path, like teaching on Bodhicitta, etc. Then to study Abhidharma, to learn about the detailed teaching on the wisdom, Then how to carry on the practice in the summary, to remember in a few points that to carry as a practice or training day-to-day life, for the three higher trainings. See, the practice of the three Tipitaka is three higher trainings. Train in morality, then train in concentration, and train in wisdom. So training, first learn the correct knowledge through three Tipitakas. Then after that, contemplate. Then after that, meditate. This is the way. Without learning correctly, no object to contemplate. Without contemplating, there's no object to meditate. So it acts as a cause and effect. Without morality, no concentration. Without concentration, no wisdom. So if we want to achieve wisdom, we must achieve concentration. If we want to achieve concentration, we must observe morality.
那这边呢，在学习佛法告诉我们该学习什么呢？可以说有三大法门，一个是义藏，学习戒律、道德、清净自学的义藏。经藏呢是学习道次第、菩提心的修行方法，包括菩提心、慈悲心、出心、六度，菩提道次第的修法，这些修行的根本道路。那论藏呢，就阿毗达摩论藏呢，是学习智慧和心理结构。他学习的对象呢，是心水、因果、缘起、五蕴、世间、出世间法，这些呢都是在义藏的这个范围内。所以最深大的法脉呢，它如何落实在修行中呢？可以归类为三学，或者叫三因上学。以戒学是学习道德、持戒；定学是专注禅定的学习；慧学呢就是智慧的空性。所以我们这个简称为三真上学，三大学的三大法，在行者的日常修行中呢，应该随时在这个一切的修行中包括在这个三学之中。
So people like us, who have so much of mundane responsibilities, lives are busy. We don't have so much of time to do extensive elaborate studies of the entire Vinaya, Sutra, Abhidhamma. Then where to start? Lamrim, gradual path to enlightenment. All the four traditions has that. One of the texts that everybody treasured, which carry the knowledge of all the three Tipitakas, entire essence of entire 84,000 teaching, and also the teaching carry as an instruction of the three higher trainings. So study Lamrim, in English called the gradual path to enlightenment, Tibetan called Lamrim. So the Tibetan text is one volume, one thick volume. For English translation, then you can find many versions. One of the versions that we commonly use, 3 volumes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful text. You will enjoy whatever, even about learning conventional truth, ultimate truth. That's the best text to learn. Learn about emptiness, learn about bodhicitta, everything. So basically, yeah, study Lamrim. Yeah.
在我们不忙繁忙的生活中像我们这样的世俗人，都能最终开始学习像我们世俗人，无数的这个世间的任务我们没有很多时间，我们应该从什么地方着手学习呢？其实呢，学习整个这个佛法，整个法，特别呢是这个菩提道次第。其实有这个菩提道次第广论，所谓的广论呢，它包含了所有的8万4千法，所有的精神包含在菩提道次第这个菩提道次第广论这个著作中。英文的翻译呢是三册上中下，中文也是有上册和下册这样子的这个。菩提道次第呢是一个非常圆满、非常美丽、非常圆满的一个经文而且呢，它呢包括了整个2地这个实修的步骤，特别可以学习到菩提心正见我们希望大家能着手去认识这个着手去学习菩提道次第。
Okay, what text to study? Lamrim, Gradual Path to Enlightenment. You hear very clear, isn't it? Okay, and very happy. So I don't need to explain anything. You study from there. Okay, so now Sangha. Sangha has Sangha Arya. We call it irreversible Aryas or irreversible Sanghas. So it's referring to the Arya Bodhisattvas and Arahants. They will not degenerate, from their wisdom, and from like Arya Bodhisattvas, they will not degenerate from their Bodhisattva commitment. As for ordinary Bodhisattva, even they enter into the path, they can reverse, they can degenerate. So here the Sangha refuge, ultimate Sangha referring to the Bonglam, the path, the path of wisdom realizing emptiness directly, and the person who possess that wisdom called Arya beings. So this is the ultimate, or say, the path and cessation. So path is the wisdom of emptiness. Cessation is the cessation from dualistic dualistic appearance. So then the being that who uphold this practice are called the Arya beings. So these are the ultimate Sangha. Conventional Sanghas are the monks and nuns who uphold the Vinaya monastic precepts, vows. And Arya Sanghas are understood as the most conducive, most beneficial Sangha community. The ultimate Sangha can appear in lay person, can appear in audience person, can appear, beyond that, invisible, like those Bodhisattvas from celestial. We don't have physical access to them, but they can be present among us, like that. So they are the object of reverence. They are the object of offering. They are object of prostration. They are object of merit. Whatever they does, they influence us to progress on the path. Limit, purifies. Help us to get into the practice of purifications, etc. So similarly, the audience sanghas, monks and nuns, supposed to represent that within the boundary of the vows. So then, the similar kind of respect you offer to the monks and nuns, we gain the merit to ourselves to achieve the resultant sangha within ourselves.
微声这个声它也包括两种层次。首先呢，有这个所谓圣声不可退转的圣者的声盘。这边讲的是呢，这个圣者的圣者所谓的声盘呢，它包括了阿罗汉以及正入圣位菩萨。他们也就是说，他们已经达到了获得了永不退转所证明的智慧。这种圣位菩萨，他是永远不会退失新的誓愿。相对的呢，凡夫的菩萨，也就是那些没有进入圣者位的菩萨呢，虽然已经进入菩萨道，但是仍旧可能会这个退转堕落。那什么是究竟身呢？究竟身呢？它是证得无间道、无学道的这个大正无道、无学道的这个，也就是说，他已经证得了智慧之路， 通信智慧的圣者，拥有这样智慧的这个圣者呢，为圣者，这样的人呢为圣者。这个道呢，讲的是直接正的通用智慧，而灭呢，它讲的是断除二种执着，远离二相的灭尽。如果呢，经过行这样的道，成就此业的行者呢，他称为阿罗，也就是圣者，阿罗圣者。这样子作为圣者，这是个究竟的皈依，我们要究竟对象的圣道的生活。那么在这个相对的层次，在受持出家阶级的生团呢，一般的相对的层次呢，也是能够摄受众生，具备功德，并且呢，增上修行的身法。虽然这个究竟的生团呢，并不限于比丘比丘尼，很多这个正的究竟生团的这个身法呢，它可能实现出家身，也可能实现在家的身体，甚至呢，他们以天界的见不到的菩萨的形象视现在我们肉眼见不到，但他们全是呢，在我们周围的这种天界的圣者。凡是能证得空性、入入圣道的行者呢，他们都是我们跟他们提供的这个顶礼之身，是我们福田的对境。他们的一切的行为呢，都是为了摄受进入我们的对象，摄受我们引导我们走向正道，并令我们能够这个去除清净行为。那相对呢，在人间的出家生团，就是我们一般看到的这些世间显现的这个师傅们呢，他们在物质世界中呢，代表了甚深的清净的世界。因此呢，我们对出家僧人的供养的这个尊敬呢，也是我们那些出圣资源的对境。所以他们是将来的究竟生活生。
So, generally, it's a great community of Buddhists when they take refuge, like such as those of the Hinayana practitioners, healers and solitary realizers practitioners. When they take refuge in the Buddha, they take refuge in the Nirmanakaya aspect. Those of the communities, like such as Mahayana communities, Vajrayana communities, when they take refuge in Buddha, they take refuge in Dharmakaya. So this has a huge differences. Why in such a way? One of the differences is the motivation. The earlier one, the motivation is for self-liberation purpose. The second one, the liberation is enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So inspired by bodhicitta. So here, the refuge ceremony that we're going to do, you are taking refuge, the Mahayanic, in the lineage of the Mahayana and Vajrayana. So taking refuge in the Dharmakaya aspect of the Buddha, meaning you're taking refuge for the purpose of enlightenment, full enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Here, many of you are also already practicing Vajrayana, so you can also take, in understanding taking refuge in the deity also. When you take refuge in the Dharmakaya, you are simultaneously taking refuge in the Tara, Chenrezig, Vajrapani, like Hayagiva, all the, like Vajrayogini, all the deities, So, so these two are the different. Another difference is those who take refuge in the Nirmanakaya, the duration of taking refuge is this very lifetime. The time frame is up to as long as our human life exists. The refuge in the lineage of the Mahayana and Vajrayana, the refuge is taken until we achieve extreme enlightenment. So it's a huge difference. As I mentioned briefly before, if you have taken Mahayanic lineage in the past lifetime, then even though this life that you freshly meet with the Dharma, then you still possible of still carrying the refuge in you. But if you are taking refuge in the Hinayana way, Hinayana lineage, then the moment the human life is perished, the refuge vow also ends there. So now you can see some of this information may be new, but then we've been practicing Dharma maybe 30 years, 40 years. Some of us already practicing initiations, study many teachings, but there's so much to learn, so much to discuss, and even just this pure information, I believe many may not aware.
那么在皈依的这个层面，皈依佛呢，在不同的佛教传统中，像小乘、大乘、金刚乘所皈依的这个是有不同的。那么一般在小乘的这个皈依呢，皈依佛呢是皈依的是化身佛，比如说佛陀在人间世性的形象，这应身佛、释迦牟尼佛，比如说。而在大乘、金刚乘修学中呢，这个皈依佛指的是法身佛，也就是佛陀的究竟的体系，这是非常大的差别的。这是非常大的差别。那么皈依应身佛呢，只是依止佛陀在人间的世界，而皈依法身佛呢，是依止了佛陀究竟无漏无边的智慧体系。所以这两者在修行上有非常深远的这个差别。我们要了解我们皈依是皈依什么样的一个传统。所以在大乘、金刚乘中呢，皈依佛指的是佛的法身这样的皈依呢，表示我们的目标呢，不仅仅是求个人解脱，而是以圆满成佛、利益众生为目的方向，而且是以菩提心为动机的皈依。那么这样子呢，是一个最究竟的一种皈依，最殊胜究竟的所以在众多的经论经典，这两者在性质所指体现的是有所不同的。我们在这里很多学很多已经皈依的弟子，甚至很多这个修行很久，甚至已经受过灌顶学习的行者们呢，可能都没有了解。那么在皈依小乘的这个皈依呢，指的是这一辈子，你在这一辈子皈依，你的皈依戒在你的人生结束之后呢就消失了。而在这个大乘的金刚乘的皈依呢，是直至成佛，就是无数世的来世皈依。那这一点呢，很多修学都可能不是很清楚这个道理的这个分别。那这个分别是非常非常重要。这个小乘的皈依，金刚乘、大乘的皈依，它的发心，它的最后的目标，它的本质上的区别。甚至我们这边可能有些修行了30年、40年的弟子都没有了解这个差别。那我们今天要给你的这个皈依呢，是大乘这个波罗蜜多利多这个大乘金刚乘的皈依，也可以说是一个殊胜的皈依。
Okay, so now we have only 15 minutes. So now, so when you take the refuge, and commonly also have opportunity to take 5 lay vows, 5 lay precepts. So maybe more elaborate we can discuss from tomorrow onward. But here, 5 lay precepts are no killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct. So this it's 5, isn't it? 5 precepts, not only 4. So what is the one? No intoxication. Yeah, no intoxication. So yeah, so no killing is intentionally here the most extended one is intentionally killing human being. That which no one will do that. So it's really that's not difficult to take, isn't it? Then of course then um, best is be mindful to not to cause life of any creature, any living being, and especially you're taking the precept on the basis of Mayanic refuge, then the bodhicitta is the main motivation. Great compassion is the main motivation in concern of these precepts. So, intentionally, like not killing even any insects, any bacteria, like that. Then no lying, especially here, lying about Dharma, lie in relation to Dharma. If you have not realized emptiness, then you claim realized emptiness. If you have not achieved, not actualized bodhicitta, then claiming, for the purpose of worldly concern, for people's respect, for people's offering gift, to cheat people, to gather followers, um, because of to be famous, to gain respect, and claiming any spiritual realization that you claim, that like have a clairvoyance, like kind of I know your mind, I know what you do, like you claim that you have a CCTV inside. You have to be careful. If you are definitely sure, then yeah. Otherwise, if you have the precept, it turn into transgression, like that. So then, especially like that, and of course the rest of the even common lies have to prevent. And then stealing here, anything that is valuable, in that society, in that region, for that person, and that can be even in a natural environment, like even if there's a plant, just without permission, just simply pluck. But then there may be the owner could be nagas, could be spirits, landlords, So even that much mindfulness. Then sexual misconduct, not having sexual relationship with other than your designated partner. Then it also count not having sexual relationship, sexual activity, during those Buddha's blessed holidays, during when you are in precept, like environment precept, during retreats, during Dharma events, in front of altar, etc. So like that. So then, there are many benefits. Just one, let's say, an example. Observing the precept of no killing, it helps for good health. No question about cause of enlightenment, but also good health, for long life, clear obstacle, anything to do with life obstacles, health obstacles. Then stealing, observing the precept of no stealing, purify the karma related to stealing. Then you're able to you're able to gather abundance, of necessary needs like wealth, etc. And even whatever you have, it won't lose easily. It won't lose. So you always have enough whenever you need. Always abundance. And prevent people cheating you, cheating your business, etc. like that. And then no lying. What's yeah, no lying. Then people start to understand you, hear you. Your word carry power. Uh, can become virtuous, impeccable. You know, like that example. Then sexual, the precept in relation to sexual misconduct. Then you always, have a happy relationship life. Then you always, meet harmonious partner, harmonious relationship. True love. Of course, this is for those who want to have a relationship, but there are also many people who do not want to have a relationship. So if you stay single, you are very happy single. Even though teaching we didn't say like that, but I think try to understand. It's happiness for everybody. If you want a relationship, also very very good. Don't relationship also is very very good like that. So then intoxication, then free of hallucination, free of confusion, including also in relation to the sexual conduct, sexual misconduct, and also the intoxication, even some karma related to this we call the dementia, this forgetfulness, the sickness, diseases. It's also understood that in relation to past lifetimes, sexual misconduct and also intoxications. And another harm is it during the process of death, hallucinate our mind and don't remember the Dharma. And even there's Dharma environment, but you see differently, hallucinated way. And until then, you are unable to actualize clear light onto the path. So there are a lot of obstacles. So by avoiding that, it helps, it benefits, bring conducive success to all those paths. So here, when I do the review ceremony, in your heart, you think whatever vow you want to take from the 5-layer vow. You can take all 5. If you are not ready, just take 1, 2, 3, or if you think I need to think about it, then just leave aside. You can take next time. Okay, so we'll not do separate ceremony since we don't have much time. Yeah, thank you.
跟简单讲要受的5戒，在家是有机会受持5戒，5戒具体包括哪些？5戒就是在家不上优婆塞的清净戒律：第一，不杀生；第二，不偷盗；第三，不邪淫；第四，不妄语；第5呢，就是不摄受使心散乱的毒品和酒。前4条大家都很熟悉，第5条不饮酒，这个呢是加减的是5戒。第一个杀生呢，主要讲的是杀人，一般人呢都不会做这个行为，所以并不难守。但是呢，以大乘皈依为基础的大悲心为前提呢，更尽量去避免伤害任何众生有情，包括昆虫、微小的生物、肉眼能见的生物，都是不杀生的对象。2呢，不妄语呢，这边讲的就是虚言讲语、欺骗。这明天呢，我们继续详细的讲这些不妄语的部分。那么这个其中呢，不妄语的部分呢，这边讲的是特别的妄语是指佛法以功德欺人的妄语，佛法作讲，比如说以宗教的语言把宗教当作谋取人身权益。追随者的手段，包括没有神通讲自己有神通，没有术语通讲自己有这个他心通说我知道你在想什么呀，别的一切我都看得到 自身都要很高的警戒，开悟了，就好像自己呢有这个 CCTV 一样的这种全知，这种呢都是所谓的妄语。也就是你没有证明空性，却说这些妄语呢，这是妄语。那第二件不偷盗呢，就是对任何他人的东西，这个没有在对方明确允许情下擅自取用的，不仅是金钱财物，任何的东西，包括水果、他人种植的财物等等，这些都是偷盗，也就是随手你可以摘取，都属于偷盗。那么我们作为例子，要培养一种细致的正念，这种对这种看似微小的行为呢，也应该谨慎的守护。那么在下呢是这个不协于这边指呢是在不正当的性行为包括呢对象这个时间地点所发生的，包括在国人节日吉祥日，在闭关佛的禅修处会在这个修法会期间行淫，在佛堂佛像人行这个经书前发生性行为等等。不实或是他人的这个先生、他人的爱子这样的这种对象是不适合的，这些都是一些嫌疑。不饮酒呢，是第五个戒，第五就是第五戒就是不饮酒这样的。那么持戒的功德呢，不杀生呢，当然可以获得生命的障碍减少、长寿、身心清安。种种的恋爱障碍都得以化解，周围的环境变得非常的吉祥美。都知道呢，能够聚集所需的资源，生活自然聚集，内心也能力满足。不忘语呢，当然呢，就是这个也是我们讲的话呢，别人不尊重，我们所谓的这个信念都来自于这个不忘语。这个如果我们不邪淫呢，我们会有这个非常和谐的感情生活，能够遇到善良的这个伴侣并且有真正的这个信任。如果呢那些愿意单身的，他们也会很开心的自己的单身，他的情感和人际关系非常的这个和谐。那么如果不忘语呢，我们讲话呢令人信服，受人敬重。大家愿意听你说话，自己都是不忘的。不饮酒呢，也非常重要的，你会获得新的亲人避免任何的情绪的失控，包括呢很多以后的健忘症、精神恍惚、精神错乱，年终的时候心时容易迷惑，很多时候因为自己饮酒，年终的时候不容易意念起佛法，容易呢不容易往生圣去。所以这些都是持五戒的很多功能，大家可以在这里去仔细的学习。
So the motivation to take the refuge, it says like this: with the wish to free all beings, I shall always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until I reach full enlightenment.
Yes. 念诵皈依记，为了利益一切有情，直至成就上菩提。我恒常皈依佛、皈依法、皈依僧。
So then, during the ceremony, there's a repetition need to be done. So many transmissions, I mean, the what do you call the spiritual transmissions. Some confer the transmission through initiation, through oral transmission, and repetitions of the precept. Most of the vows are conferred. You receive through the repetition with the preceptor. That's how that one actualizes the vow. Some using vase, some using vajra, some using certain ritual implements. There are many ways to confer the blessing or the precepts. So for the refuge and 5-day vow is through repetition, and there are some preliminary practices like prostrations. Otherwise, the main ceremony is through repetition.
皈依的传承有很多种传授的这个方法。那么皈依呢，是借由口传，也就是说师长弟子在师长面前跟随师长，一次明确的传福事业，接着就能得到这个皈依的戒体，叫随念传福。
So the meaning of the repetition, it says like this: Preceptor, please pay attention to me. I, whose name, then I will remind you to say your name. Then from this time on and for the rest of my existence, so this is my Mayanic refuge. I go until, from this time on until I achieve enlightenment, I go for refuge to the Buddha, the supreme, supreme among all the humans, supreme among all the gods, supreme among all the Arya beings. I go for refuge to the Dharma, the altruistic Dharma, the supreme among all those free of attachment, free of self-liberation, free of the aspiration of self-liberation. I go for refuge to the Sangha, the supreme among the assemblies. So this is the meaning.
In 在这边，在收皈依时候呢，大家会向面前大家就是专心，就是说我名字，似乎会提醒大家说出自己的名字，把自己的名字念出来，然后继续念呢。从此刻开始，直视正德圆满，皈依佛。在这边佛称为人中之尊，人中最尊，天中最尊，是指大罗汉。底下呢，这皈依法，这法指的是地方正法远离一切自我中心为最胜的这个法门。然后皈依身指的是修行团体中最殊胜的清净身众。那三皈依的具体上的含义，到时候师父念的时候，大家就专心的跟着念这样的句子。
So then, for the preliminary practice, you need to do 3 prostration to the Buddha, feel the presence of the absolute Dhammakaya, into the statues that you see in front of you. Then you make 3 prostrations. So if you have no space, you can come here. Or some of you have a knee problem, difficult to back problem, then you just sit wherever you are and you just do the prostration gesture. Om Namo Minzu Shiriye, Namo Sushiriye, Namo Udamo Minzu Shiriye. So you place your prostration mudra in 4 places: crown, forehead, throat, heart. Then the mudra, the 2 thumbs should put inside. Then all the fingers come together like this. So very much, you're approaching to the merit field or the refuge field with a handful of offerings, not an empty hand like that. The prostration like this is the non-Buddhist way of prostration. The earlier tradition in India, when they do prostration, they do the thumb out. Then during Buddha's time, in order to, carry that meaning and also to differentiate, then the thumb should put inside, asked to put inside like this. So placing on the crown, you create the merit to achieve Buddha's crown, which is the qualities among major minor marks. And placing on the throat, placing on the forehead, purify negativities and obstacles in relation to physical body. Then create the causes to achieve Buddha's holy body. Placing at the throat, purify any karma committed in relation to speech, and create the meritorious causes to achieve Buddha's holy speech. Placing at the heart, purify any karma committed through the mind and thought, then create meritorious condition to achieve Buddha's holy mind. So like that. So first, three prostration.
在皈依之前呢，要先向这个佛像呢顶礼3次，然后再向这个传法的上师呢顶礼3次。那么，有的顶礼呢是法身佛，也顶礼前方的佛像。那么，如果是现场空间允许呢，皈依人在上面走到前面去顶礼。那有些人膝盖不方便，就可以在座去顶礼。那么手印的做法呢，有双手合十呢，十指并拢。 但中间呢，拇指相应呢，是空的，代表呢，我们不是空手去见三宝，而是以供养的方式去依止。合掌触碰头顶、额头、额部和心口，然后念这个顶礼的这个咒语，那么念3次顶礼。我们如果当你把这个头顶放在头顶的时候呢，能净除身业相关的一切业障。那么把这个手放在额头呢，净化我们身体感官、行为上一切过失，成就圆满摄事的因缘。那这个这个手放在额部呢，能净化一切的口业，成就服务的妙语的因。 把手放在心口呢，能净化内心的烦恼、执着的无明，成就佛陀全智智慧心的因。四训这个，所以请大家这个方式。
For the sangha, no need to do. For the sangha, just sit on because you have the higher individual liberation vow or monastic vow can refresh the refuge, but here converting together with 5-day vows. So then no need to participate in the ceremony.
非常是本人有具足已经具足的身法的戒律，所以不需要用这个皈依戒和这个在家五戒来理解，所以不需要。
Yeah. Okay. So 3 prostration to the Buddha. Okay. Omo namo mezo shiri namazo shiri Nama Dharma Shiri Omo Namo Mezu Shiri Nama Zo Shiri Nama Dharma Shiri Omo Namo Mezu Shiri Nama Zo Shiri Nama Dharma Shri Yesu. Yeah, then now you need to do 3 prostration to the preceptor in order to, represent the celestial, refuge field to confer, to channel or to confer the refuge precept.
请向上师顶礼。
Omo Namo Menzo Shiri Nama Zo Shiri Nama Dharma Shiri Omo Namo Menzo Shiri Nama Zo Shiri Nama Dharma Shiri Omo Namo Menzo Shiri Nama Shireye, Nama Dhamma Shireye So. So now, please kneel down. Some of you who want to stay where you did prostration also can. Just kneel down. So your right knee put on the floor, left knee very much very much towards the heart level. Then place your prostration mudra like that. Uh,
请走地，双手合十。
yeah, then the vow has to be pure vow, meaning has to be vow of renunciation. During the precept, need at least has to be reminded freshly. The immediate thought before repetition, you need to have the heart of renunciation. Otherwise, even you participate the ceremony, the vow may not become a vow of renunciation. If didn't turn to be vow of renunciation, then it's not an individual liberation vow. So in order to make it sure that you really receive the vow, this has to be vow of renunciation. So renunciation is simply, through the introduction teaching before, understand the samsaric existence. Even you are in a favorable realm of human, God, or demigod, as long as under the control of karma and delusion, is in the nature of suffering. So it is not definitely not a right place to circle to come back. While having this precious human rebirth, when you have the opportunity of the path, the precept, take the precept to fulfill the inspirations of achieving liberation and enlightenment. And here is in particularly to achieve the enlightenment within this very lifetime. So that has to have a fresh in your heart.
在归之前，首先我们要对去对，就是处理心，对身体这一些弱点处理心当中是大家最严重的，就是戒不能成为解脱戒，若不能成为解脱戒，就不能有真正为戒己。那么要戒己在心中身体必须要注意心。那什么是注意心？就是我以前所讲的像一样，身体对整个人的一个本质，无论是知业、境界，甚至发觉我的，只要是在业力啊，我是内下，我的一切存在都是不幸的，都学只在读书的地方。假使你现在拥有如此珍贵难得的人生，有些为文思修法，是不是建议也应该诚心的立下愿望？你要有实践追求解脱，一直来临众生。因此，在这一生中呢，我们有对象真心问题。
Yeah, so then repeat. 是吧？红薯是
并把红旗色
达明的
当你的
say your name.
名字，什么？我说那个名字。
Yeah. Okay. Um, mm. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No more. Hello. Hello. Oh yes. Okay. Uh, oh, yeah. Okay. 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 We try one more time. Hmm? Oh yeah. Zumba 公司是 Okay. Okay. So sorry, your knee must be very painful. Okay. Yeah. Now I can. Okay. So maybe meditate or renunciation a little bit. Yeah. 尊巴公司是大明的人，写句话，决定呢，中的其实最把度，当年那么的，就三节了，要素切我的家当，台湾那么的，就缺了，要素切我，错那么的，就引领了，要素切我。다 시시 저희봐도 다 시시 상마 예예봐도 잠재 개념도 준비 동도서 된세는 좀봐 공소서 다 민대 이거네 셰디와 뒤디네 동대 시시 상마 예예봐도 강의 남기 초 상계라 yapsu chewu gajadang gawa namgi cho chela yapsu chewu cho namgi cho genduen la yapsu chewu da sisi sangma yeye pardu jamzhe genye du zunbe zongdu se when I say tabi no then that time you reply lexo. So then the teaching talks about at the end of the third repetition, without doubt that you have conviction, you have a full conviction that you have received the refuge in your spiritual continuum.
最后一遍的时候，师父说，在说做，然后这边充满信心，然后完全的受到了戒情，就是。
So then, with that clear idea, you say loudly "lexo" when I say "tabi," okay, with sense of definite, sense of confidence. Tabi no. Okay. So then, so this complete the refuge, the actual the repetition, transmission to repetition. So now you do the Thanksgiving aspect, the three prostration. You do three prostration again, and then sit down. Omo namo menzo shiri ye, nama su shiri ye, nama u dharma shiri ye so. Omo namo menzo shiri ye, nama su shiri ye, nama u dharma shiri ye so. Oh yeah, so. Um, so the five precepts, whatever precept that you wanted to take, you just understand in your heart that I take this and that precepts. The meaning of, the understanding of the five precepts is like this. Just as the Aryas and Arhats give up killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, motivated by desire, lying, alcohol, and whatever is classified as intoxicant. And so do I, from this time on, for the rest of my life. So these five precepts are for lifetime. Turn away and give up killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, motivated by desire, lying, alcohol, and whatever is classified as intoxicant. So simply, just like the Aryas and Arhats and Gurus, like Solas Dalai Lama, like the Lama Supreme, like the Bodhisattvas, like Shantideva, Atisha, how they give up, all these flaws in life, and how they cultivate the precept. And I too, for lifetime, I'm going to uphold those precepts in my very best. So very much the meaning is like that. So simply understand that whatever precept you want to take it, you have conviction of receive together with the refuge ceremony.
这边这个戒，大家可以自己在决定要说哪几个戒，你可以念出5天的内容的意思的。他的意思是说，为了远离一切这个无过心事，和现在起，就是我们这个镜头发愿的一定舍弃这5戒3天都忘记选择等等。那么，因为5戒呢是丰收受持的时间意义，可以自行决定这个是多少的戒。那么，他大概的这个誓愿就是正如。大的意思，念的意思是正如诸圣者，他们很慎重以及丧失他们一生中彻底断除这些过失，持续清净的业违反。我今随学他们的语气，从今日起，终其一生清净受持这些戒条，我们才去念这个无戒的故事。
So then the dedication of this new kind of life with having the value of refuge vow within your being, you dedicate this way. As long as space remains, as long as sentient being remain, until then may I too remain and dispel the misery of the world. So that's the way how make our life most meaningful. This is the way how what it means living the Bodhisattva's way of life. This is the motivation and dedications of like Bodhisattva, like Shantideva, Nagarjuna. This is how His Holiness the Dalai Lama live a life, So this new reincarnation of yourself with this becoming a pure family member of the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. You rejoice to live a life like that.
像 是轮回境，用住世间细数一切众生，在我们发愿，就像所有的圣人、天人、上师们，他们所发愿，只是轮回境，愿助众生，引导一切众生，只是神的究竟圆满的问题。这样的发愿，才并不是发愿向头回向，来回向这个新的庄严的生活。
Yeah, so then it is understood that immediate after receiving like precepts of vows like refuge, the power of accumulations of merit and purifications become so huge, so effective. So therefore, while freshly, pure precept is there, and you make extensive dedication, extensive wishes, both for spiritual and mundane journey of life, to have a spiritual success of achieving enlightenment within one very lifetime, to encounter all the conducive conditions and always stay free of obstacles on the path. Then even in the mundane life, have good health, long life, prosperity, harmony, for the reason of that life going to be most favorable in the service of numberless sentient beings' happiness. For that purpose, that you wish for a good health, long life, prosperity, harmony. So because of the power of the pure vow, before any transgression now, so it can be so effective. So this too so.
因为这是用书信的这个在家文件，以及无数不可思议的功能，因此呢，我去当下的去回想世间以及出世间的这个成就和回向是非常有效的，在我们这个存在任何过失之前，你看这个功能让我们出世间可以回向，在这个持生命去实现主题，去成一个最舒适的回向。因为在世间法门任何的一些障碍、承受健康、有一切障碍这些都是可以及时的去回向，并且一些顺利去除。这样，因为我们今天的当下的这个无数的功能，所以我们在这边在回向的时候呢，无力的去发心回向。
Yeah, then also take opportunity to make this dedication in this way, that together with this great amount of merit we collectively, individually accumulated through this session, and all the merits accumulated in the past, all the merits and virtue going to accumulate in the future, all the merits and virtue accumulated by three-time Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Gurus, and sentient beings. May this collective merit become the cause for numberless sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsaric suffering, its causes karma and delusion, and actualize temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness and enlightenment accordingly.
我现在以及诸佛菩萨一切众生，过去、现在、将来所累积的学问当中，以及功德，以及三世诸佛菩萨上众生的见善缘。其中的成为流浪众生的轮回痛苦，脱离业力烦恼，诸佛功能成就暂时以及究竟的这个安乐， 顺应自心身体的助念，如我们今日所发愿的练习。
May this quality merit become the cause, whatever destructions that is happening in the world, such as war, natural disasters, then diseases, and especially right this very time, it's a great fire destruction in Hong Kong, great destructions of flood in Thailand, I think Vietnam, I think. Then fire destructions like in Australia. Then I think earthquake, hurricane, etc. Those elemental disturbances, and also those individuals who may be going through health problems, physical health problems, mental health problems. May this collective merit be a complete cause to purify them without delaying even a moment. And may the world be a peaceful place to live. May every living being enjoy all the peace and happiness and virtue and enlightenment accordingly.
愿我们三世所有的功德能够成为去除世间之苦，与现在正在世界上发生的种种的天灾人祸天相应的大祸。越南的水灾、泰国的水灾、澳大利亚的澳大利亚的水灾、澳大利亚的所有的这个地震、天灾人祸无论我们个人所正在经历的任何的健康的问题电子中的去除一切众生的障碍，无论是你我身心痛苦、心理痛苦，任何形式的困境，愿其刹那的消除，愿此世界安宁吉祥，愿一切有情皆得平安喜乐，速正菩萨正等正觉。
May this quality merit become the cause anyone who pass away, especially those who pass away in a war zone, natural disaster, accidents, untimely death, even they pass away natural death, but then pass away with so much pain, confusion, suffering. May these individuals free from suffering of death, suffering in the middle state, suffering of rebirth, and actualize higher rebirth in Buddha's pure realm. And within that lifetime, they actualize full enlightenment accordingly.
愿此有情众生，真是诸佛所以及三世所以及这些殊胜功德，成为能前除一切灾祸意外、非时横死，那些临终时而自然死亡的无形痛苦、疑乱、恐怖的因缘，愿此功德当下行业临终山苦、死苦中因苦、再生之苦。愿所有有情子善根得施善道，往生清净佛土，彼此一生中有能成就佛果，成就菩萨正等正觉。
May this quality merit become the cause, and anyone who requested prayers from our monasteries, nunneries, and the Dharma Center, and from religion counseling, and those who requested prayers from me, to whom I promise to pray. May all those prayers, aspirations, and wishes be fulfilled accordingly as they aspire.
愿此功德，所有的佛法律生，所有的寺院、上等寺院、佛法中心等等，以及那些向我个人祈求发起、祈求我回向的众生，那一切我答应回向的这些众生，他们的祈愿、善愿、愿望，皆能所祈所愿，皆悉成就，圆满实现。
The Losantapa Center in Kuala Lumpur, they have this prayer support, which is so beneficial. Anybody who needs prayer support, from the volunteers, the office staffs. I think, I don't know who exactly doing it, but very, very effective. Anyone who passed away, anyone who is in trouble, just send them the name. Then there's some standard prayers, recommended prayers, and sometimes even they're, specifically checked what prayers are beneficial. Like myself, I think when I was there, we started this. I think even today, which part of the world I am, whenever there's prayer requests, I was alerted from the email. So beneficial. So all the members, they alerted. So then, in that very time, the critical time, to anybody who's going through trouble, at least few hundreds of people come together and wholeheartedly, sincerely, and dedicate even just one sentence of mantra, or most of the practitioners does so much of sadhana practices and daily accumulation of merit, they immediately dedicate. It's a huge moral support to people who are going through a difficult time, and this is such as a dharma, such a great support. So yeah, also dedicate this collective merit to whoever requesting prayer through that channel. They receive our merits for them accordingly, and fulfill whatever they aspire to. Even I hear sometimes the request came all the way from like America, Europe, or somewhere almost very far away. Sometime in the very critical time, they need somebody to support with prayers, and sometimes even you want to contact monasteries, not easy to contact. And sometimes whenever pujas and prayers asked, sometimes they are the sanghas are busy, or sometimes require to perform certain puja. There's some kind of expenses required. Some people in the crisis, they may not be in that position. Then, especially if someone is hospitalized, someone is died, able to make prayer immediately is so effective, so necessary, and also can imagine the family members when immediately after request there's some society or people praying for them, such a support, isn't it? So
在这边在这个 LPC 的一个非常殊胜的祈祷这个回向的系统，它意义非常大。任何的义工、任何的弟子们需要祈求的众生呢，只要提出任何的这个需求呢，LPC 会迅速的、有效的给予回向。那这个地方呢，会有很多的修行人师傅都在这个团体里，或者有人碰到困难，没人之后名字传过来，这个 LPC 呢都会把这些信息分享给所有的这个系统里的这些师傅和所有的这个义工们。像我呢，无论是在何处，我都会收到这样的通知。所以有的时候，这个在关键的时候，有些人经历重大问题的时候，同时呢，几百位修行者都会收到讯息，并且那个同时呢去翻译，甚至一个咒语。那有些这边有些这个修行人，他们经过长期的缺失本尊，他们的这个回向特别有力量。所以呢，这个是个非常非常好的、非常有意义的一个回向的这个系统。
So it's a hard work. Initially when we started that, I thought it may not last for some years, may not last longer than few months or even go for some time, because it is almost like everyday kind of readiness to listen when someone is in trouble and requesting prayer. It requires a great amount of time just to listen, pick up the phone, or read the message, and also make accessible for people to reach out to you. And that itself is a big work. But then after that, you write the name correctly and arrange the prayers correctly. Then write in the email, sending out, not easy, and everything done with voluntarily, with heart of compassion. They don't get paid. It's just totally heart of compassion to want to help others. Now it's over, I don't know, 10, 15 years already. This was started a long time, 10, 15 years, and almost every day there's someone is requesting prayers. So this is amazing. Whoever, I don't know who is doing that, but whoever is doing that is amazing. It's really so effective. I get a chance to dedicate to that person each time I receive the email. Each time, every time alerted. So I get a chance to create merit for me to help somebody when they are in need, isn't it? So it's really, really amazing. So to able to continue like that. I try to introduce this to some other area. After 1 week, disappeared. So yeah, so really amazing.
其实这个系统是不可思议，历史不可思议。好像这个很多年前就开始，那时候我们刚开始的时候，一切的说他很大的不会维持很久，因为有很多工作。但是到现在，那是8年前的10年前开始的，到现在呢，还是这个 LBC 还有义工呢，全心全意的每次呢去听电话或者把音量。把需要回向的人的名字呢，都发到这个系统，让很多的这个参与者呢能够回向。其实这是有不可思议的这个意义的。我知道是谁在做这件事，但是他们非常坚持，而且呢很重视这个意义。包括我自己呢，让我累积会可以去为他们回向。那么这个系统非常难得，非常可贵。我尝试着这个系统介绍以及它的中心，好像很多的地方它都没有办法维持下去。所以呢，我每次到10月15日就开始，而且呢非常有效。当你我需要困难的时候，或者临终的时候，那么有这么多的修行人呢去回向的时候呢，可以带领的这个力量是完全不可言思议的。
Yeah. So whatever merit we accumulate, also dedicate to all the good people in the world who are the source of peace and happiness of the world. Even that one individual who are the source of protection, source of support, companion to that one another individual. That husband to the wife, that wife to the husband, that parent to the children, that children to the parents, and even that someone there who is, taking care of our pets, to that cat, to that dog, whoever. Then of course, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who is the source of peace and happiness of the entire existence. And all the gurus and sanghas and practitioners, like yourself, your family members, always enjoy good health, long life, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. Mm-hmm.
我把这向这个世界上所有带给他人依附，像善心的人，像成为妻子依靠的丈夫，妻子成为丈夫依靠，父母不念子女，子女照顾父母，或是老人，甚至人于任何人以其所思的，包括等等，具有之人无畏 会成为一切有形的人，成为社会净化烦恼、熄灭动乱、清净自然的这些善心人，包括真正所有的思想都能长寿健康，他们的心念都能一切圆满。
Yeah, may this collective merit be complete cause for our most precious Guru, that Chapter Lama Subharamasi, all his holy wishes be fulfilled. May the reincarnation swiftly, physical present among us. May the reincarnation be free from all the obstacles, obstacles, and actualize all the conditions for the reincarnations to carry the enlightened legacy of Rinpoche, if not more than what Rinpoche did in his past life, but if not less than Rinpoche, what Rinpoche did, but able to have the environment to perform exactly like Rinpoche. If he wished to perform more than that, of course, but may the reincarnation able to carry on the legacy just like what Rinpoche did in the previous life. So there's no doubt about Rinpoche returning, in the human form among us, but it's so important to make dedications and prayers to have a conducive environment in all aspects that he able to carry just like the way of how he did in his previous life, if not more. So we dedicate this collective merit for that too.
这些的回信，我们的一些幸福人权说完这些的话，这个转世能够急速的回到我们身边，急速的回到我们身边，能够远离一切障碍，一切顺缘皆悉具足，得以安住弘扬，并且圆满的程序，像过去是一样更加圆满的去弘扬释迦牟尼佛的圣业和智慧的法脉。愿一切诸佛菩萨加持他的所求的皆成。
May this collective merit be complete for all the virtuous institutions like monasteries, nunneries, all the Dharma centers, and especially all the centers in Malaysia, especially here, the region Changsering, having this meaningful program. Be free from all the inner outer circle obstacles to actualize all the conditions to preserve the Dharma, virtue, compassion, and action perfectly in extensive learning, as well as actualizing realization on the stage of the path, and able to deliver the compassion, the action to anyone directly, indirectly comes in our way. Yeah, may the merit be for that cause.
这个我们共同具足的如此殊胜的因缘，愿所有弘扬佛法的事业项，真宝觉心灵，慎重各地的佛法中心，特别是真宝觉心灵这个中心呢，清净的道场能够护持佛法，延续正法，殊胜的缘起。那么，愿大家愿行者人都能远离我是我中心的执着，断除内心的种种污染，愿意学习善佛法慈悲的行为，在闻思修中增长福慧，禅修中获得正义，并且能够实际的把慈悲化为实践行动，摄受一切需要帮助的众生。
May this collective merit be complete cause for each and every one of us, able to uphold the refuge vow as pure as possible, and able to represent the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha for yourself, for your family, for the society, in our best ability. May all the obstacles to be clear and all the conditions be there to be able to accomplish that.
过去、现在、将来，何等所累积的35功德，用我们这些每一位动力 尽其所能的亲近受持这个皈依法界，能让自己成为佛法僧三宝的代表，不仅为自己家人，更为所处的社会带来光明善业的力量。
大业今年杂别业王的典当主王归郎刚别当业不拉结子老桑当吧天别宁波人多杂业修 can do the short manda
This morning, Manda, is a year from Manda.
Okay, I think okay. Just now the English dedication. I took some of your time. Thank you.
Also,
Thank you. Take care.